penthouse. The things, it's insane. It's really, I almost wish it wasn't a scam. I've said this before because I root for nerds to like be that successful, that you're just completely living outside the norms of society, just f***ing each other on amphetamines and making billions of dollars. Like, it sounds like a great story if it wasn't illegitimate.
To jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather Promotions.
Right.
Then as he actually got in and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather Promotions. There's no LLC, there's no seal, it's not incorporated, it's just a
name.
Yeah,
that comes out people's mouths.
Right. See, technically, Floyd is a Golden Boy fighter. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? He fights on every Golden Boy card. They do all the footwork on
like
every
the negotiations and the imprint, the paperwork.
They build the whole show.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
What happened?
he paid me. I wish you'd pay me.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan didn't mince words when he exposed the dark side of Floyd Mayweather's empire. He revealed how Floyd's obsession with money led him to exploit celebrities through bogus investments and shady financial schemes. According to Rogan, Mayweather didn't hesitate. He pulled every trick in the book to squeeze cash from those who trusted him. It wasn't just reckless, it was calculated. From hyped-up crypto disasters to broken business promises, Floyd's playbook wasn't about helping people build wealth. It was about building his kingdom on other people's backs.
And he's like, well, I don't want to comment on other, people, or it's just like...
Well, how does he skate on that? Like, how does a guy like that not wind up getting indicted?
So many of these scams are like these issues of either regulators not having time, not having the resources, not having sort of like, it's maybe not big enough. It's like trying to catch everyone who's speeding. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like people get away with it. It's just there's too many people doing it.
Let's talk about one of the pettiest moves Floyd's ever pulled, the night he fought Deji. Yes, YouTuber Deji. Floyd wasn't just clowning around in the ring. Behind the scenes, he was pulling shady tricks before the first bell even rang. Deji had a clear contract. They agreed to fight wearing 14-ounce gloves, bigger, heavier gloves to reduce damage. It was set in stone from start to finish, but right before the fight, Floyd changed the rules.
Yeah. But then, last minute, they're like, Floyd wants to fight in 10-ounce gloves. Eventually, I conceded. I said that I'll fight in 10-ounce gloves. It was essentially a pro fight.
After the switch, Floyd made Deji wait over an hour and a half backstage, letting adrenaline dump, messing up his rhythm. Then when Deji got in the ring, Floyd started hitting full force, way harder than agreed.
No, trust me, he was hitting me hard. But I clinched him and I'm like, bruh, relax. And you know what he said to me? Shut up! I'm Floyd Mayweather.
That moment says it all. Forget sportsmanship, forget respect. With Floyd, it's always about power and control, on his terms. And if you thought that was just one bad night, you haven't been paying attention. Deji's experience was just a small window into the much bigger pattern Floyd's been running for years. From crypto rug pulls to NFT scams to unpaid fight deals, Floyd's empire runs on the same strategy.
This $40 billion penthouse, the things, it's insane. It's really, I almost wish it wasn't a scam. I've said this before because I root for nerds to like be that successful, that you're just completely living outside the norms of society, just each other on amphetamines and making billions of dollars. Like, it sounds like a great story.
Joe Rogan wasn't exaggerating. Floyd Mayweather's empire is less business genius and more high-end scamming in a designer suit. The scams didn't stop with boxing matches. Floyd saw a gold rush in crypto and he charged in head first. But instead of helping fans make money, he hustled his own supporters out of millions. He hyped up Ethereum Max, a shady altcoin he claimed was the future of financial freedom. People believed him. They invested their savings, thinking Floyd wouldn't back something fake. Big mistake. The coin crashed 97% right after launch, leaving investors completely wrecked.
We know, Floyd, you hustled Ethereum Max into people's wallets and then straight out. You weren't promoting financial freedom, you were speedrunning a rug pull. Don't believe everything you see online with these celebrities. They'll even sell their soul for a couple of bucks. They don't care if you go broke, they are already rich.
It's the same play every time. Flash the money, hype the dream, then vanish when the dust settles. Yet fans ate it up, because when you see a billionaire boxer backing a crypto project, you don't second guess it. You trust it. Or at least you used to. Fans were furious. They didn't just lose money, they lost trust. And the internet didn't hold back. And here's the kicker. Floyd never even confirmed if he personally bought a single Ethereum Max token. He just took the check, smiled for the cameras, and left fans holding the bag. Even now, lawsuits are piling up. Because promoting a scam isn't just bad PR, it's illegal when you're profiting off lies. But Floyd's formula doesn't change. Get paid up front, hype it up, ghost everyone when it collapses, repeat. After Ethereum Max crashed and burned, you'd think Floyd would lay low. Wrong. He doubled down, this time jumping on the NFT gold rush. Floyd launched exclusive NFT projects, hyping up rare memorabilia, personal meet and greet promises, and even autographed gloves for lucky buyers. Thousands.
I'm dropping my NFT tonight, the same way I'm dropping Logan Paul.
Thousands of fans bought in. But guess what? Almost nobody got what they were promised.
Floyd released Floyd's World for 0.15 Ethereum, and it went quite well. However, they are currently selling for less than 1% of the original mint price.
No meet and greet, no signed gloves, no personal perks, just a fat hole in people's wallets, while Floyd once again cashed out and walked away.
I don't know, like, why would anybody buy an NFT? Like, you know, oh, it's a non-fungible token, and then you put it in a NFT wallet, and you have this thing. I'm like, but I have the same thing on my phone. I can take a screenshot of that NFT, and I have it. Like, what is the thing, the physical thing?
But Floyd's shady dealings didn't stop with NFTs. They extended into the boxing ring, where even high-profile opponents like Logan Paul found themselves shortchanged.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
What happened to him?
no, he didn't pay me
him at all.
He didn't pay me. I think I won that fight. I think I won. He didn't knock out a YouTuber in 8 rounds.
Floyd's my homie. He's a cool
Well,
dude.
fucking tell him to pay me, bro.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, who fought Mayweather in a widely publicized exhibition match, claims he's still owed a significant portion of his earnings. Despite the event generating substantial revenue, Logan alleges that Floyd has withheld payment.
You know, who knows what Floyd Mayweather is doing, but honestly, he's just looking like a clown. The response he gave to me, everything, like, it just doesn't add up.
Jake Paul didn't mince words, suggesting that Floyd's failure to pay his brother indicates deeper financial issues.
With the idea of fighting Floyd Mayweather, in my head, he's this 5'2" giant, but he's just 5'2".
Logan's refusal to engage in a rematch underscores the mistrust and frustration stemming from his experience with Mayweather. These incidents paint a troubling picture of Floyd Mayweather's business practices, where promises are broken and financial obligations are neglected. Whether it's fans, fellow fighters, or business partners, the pattern remains the same. Floyd profits while others pay the price. But Floyd's scams weren't limited to rivals in the ring. Even his closest friendships fell victim to his relentless money games. Rapper 50 Cent once stood by Floyd through thick and thin, supporting him when he was behind bars, even stepping in to manage Floyd's promotions.
He asked me to help him with Mayweather promotions.
Right.
Then as he actually got in and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather promotions. There's no LLC, there's no CO, it's not incorporated, it's just a
name.
Yeah,
that comes out people's mouth.
Despite the loyalty and trust, Floyd never paid 50 Cent back the millions he owed him. And when confronted about the money, Floyd turned cold, ending their friendship and igniting one of the most notorious feuds in celebrity history.
Challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read 1 full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. The bucket of ice, man.
Floyd refused. He dodged the challenge, leaving 50 Cent to declare the only defeat Floyd ever faced. Their fallout reveals a harsh truth. With Floyd, loyalty doesn't mean much if it gets in the way of making a quick buck. Whether it's fans, business partners, or longtime friends, everyone is expendable in Floyd Mayweather's relentless pursuit of cash.
Actually, do I want a problem? I don't ever want a problem. But when they say they want a problem, I say no problem.
But here's the kicker. Floyd Mayweather believes the backlash is just because he's rich. He claims people hate him out of jealousy, because of his money, his cars, and his flashy lifestyle. But the reality couldn't be further from the truth. People aren't mad because he's successful. They're furious because he uses that success to manipulate, exploit, and scam.
They're upset because I'm able to milk the game. I'm smart,
up all my faculties, made a lot of smart investments. So, you know, when great people like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, the Waltons, the people that own Walmart, Walgreens, when they're getting money in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, it's okay.
This defensive stance isn't fooling anyone anymore. It's not about wealth, it's about honesty and integrity. When you promote shady crypto coins, break promises on NFT projects, and fail to pay fighters who trusted you, you're not a businessman. You're a con artist.
Just came out of left field. It just seems like this guy is money hungry. It seems like, you know, he hasn't paid his taxes or something, and he just wants to fight everyone. He's almost 50 years old, and this guy is calling out people half his age. So, you know, who knows what Floyd Mayweather is doing, but honestly, he's just looking like a clown. The response he gave to me, everything, like, it just doesn't add up.
Logan Paul himself had to set the record straight after his fight with Floyd.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose? What happened?
No, he didn't pay me
him at all.
He didn't pay me. I think I won that fight. I think I won. He didn't knock out a YouTuber in 8 rounds.
Floyd's my homie. He's a cool dude.
Fucking tell him to pay me, bro.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Floyd's carefully crafted public image is collapsing under the weight of these scandals. His once untouchable reputation has now been replaced by a legacy of broken promises and empty pockets. And the more Floyd tries to twist the narrative, the clearer it becomes. Money can buy a lot, but it can't buy credibility. It's not just influencers and celebrities calling Floyd Mayweather out anymore. Even his own fighters have started speaking up, fed up with the exploitation behind the scenes. One of Floyd's most promising proteges, boxing superstar Gervonta "Tank" Davis, broke his silence to expose Floyd's selfish tactics.
So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I mean, them boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game. Letting them know what's going on. Like, see, this was happening. Like, you feel me? I'm letting these guys know. So when it be like people saying they want to fight me, it's
like, how could you, nigga? I was the one that was giving you game when I was going through it.
Yeah.
When I was at the lowest part of my career, I was telling y'all niggas how, so you wouldn't have to get here.
Tank Davis wasn't just another fighter, he was a box office attraction, selling out arenas and generating massive pay-per-view numbers. But according to Tank, Floyd consistently shortchanged him, paying just enough to keep him under control, but never what he truly earned. The manipulation didn't stop there. Insiders revealed another layer to Floyd's financial troubles.
Feel comfortable in letting you know that Floyd is being held in Dubai. He's being held for debt. He did not pay a debt. That story has then been pulled in a couple of different directions, but the current one going around goes something like this. Floyd held an event in Dubai.
These are heavy allegations. If true, Floyd isn't just scamming fans and friends. He's burning bridges with some of the most influential figures in the Middle East. The cracks in Floyd's empire are widening, and it's his own people bringing them to light. When your closest fighters and partners start speaking out against you, it's not jealousy, it's justice. Floyd's reputation as Money Mayweather is rapidly turning into scam weather, and the voices calling him out aren't getting quieter, they're getting louder. If you thought Floyd's shady antics started recently, think again. His fight against Oscar De La Hoya, a boxing legend in his own right, remains one of the most controversial matches in boxing history. Many fans and experts still believe Oscar clearly won that fight, but the judges handed the decision to Floyd. And it wasn't just about the judges. It was about what happened afterward.
Funny story about that too. We had a rematch clause in our contract. This is something I negotiated as well. We had a rematch clause. If he beats me, I get a rematch. It was a 1-year clause. Guess what he did? He retired for 1 year and 1 day. Are you joking? No. True story. Retired for 1 year and 1 day. Nobody knows this.
Floyd didn't just dodge punches, he dodged contracts. By conveniently retiring until the rematch clause expired, Floyd ensured he wouldn't have to face Oscar again. De La Hoya described this tactic as a calculated move, another example of Floyd bending the rules whenever things got uncomfortable. Even Floyd's own father recognized the truth of that fight. Right after the match, Floyd Sr. told the reporter,
Oscar or Floyd, who won?
Hey man, if you go by point system, you're gonna have to give it to Oscar. If you go by point system. Thank you.
But acknowledgement behind closed doors meant nothing when Floyd had control. Publicly, Floyd mocked Oscar's efforts, calling any talk of a blueprint to defeat him a joke.
Fuck Oscar De La Hoya, I kicked his ass, and everybody that Oscar De La Hoya gave the blueprint to, I kicked their ass too.
But the evidence speaks for itself. Floyd's approach was always the same: manipulate the system, secure the win, and walk away richer. The Oscar fight controversy wasn't an isolated incident. It was just an early sign of the dark pattern that would follow Floyd throughout his entire career. From ringside controversies to financial scandals, Mayweather's legacy isn't built on integrity. It's built on manipulation, exploitation, and greed. Floyd Mayweather isn't a king anymore. He's no longer the untouchable boxing legend who dazzled millions with his unparalleled speed, defensive genius, and seemingly invincible record. Now, he's become something else entirely. A relic, a cautionary tale of greed and arrogance dressed in designer clothes.
So check this out. We're gonna go here first.
It wasn't always this way. Floyd built an empire on genuine talent and relentless dedication. He was the fighter young athletes dreamed of becoming, the epitome of greatness through hard work. But at some point, Floyd's endless pursuit of wealth overshadowed his integrity and tarnished everything he worked so hard to build.
But isn't it kind of celebrated amongst certain high achievers, particularly in the business world, like that hedonistic, sociopathic drive to constantly get more numbers on the ledger?
Today, when people hear Floyd Mayweather, they don't think of undefeated streaks or legendary fights. Instead, they recall scams, unpaid debts, and broken promises. They see a man who manipulated his fans' trust to promote crypto frauds and rigged events just to pad his pockets.
Promoting ICOs. On Twitter, ZachXBT has been documenting these events in a thread, and just several hours ago, the Mayweather's team reached out to ask if they could remove the post because they are for real this time. Can we trust them again?
Floyd could have been remembered as an icon who uplifted others, inspired communities, and left a lasting positive impact. Instead, fighters like Deji and Logan Paul remember him as a cheat who ignored contracts and refused to honor agreements.
He'd pay me. I think I won that fight. I think I won.
And it's not just other fighters. Even those closest to him, friends like 50 Cent, tell a story of betrayal and unpaid debts, illustrating that Floyd's loyalty was only ever to himself. Their feud became legendary. 50 Cent famously offered $750,000 to any charity of Floyd's choice if he could read a single page of a Harry Potter book on live television.
Challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. The bucket of ice, man.
Floyd refused the challenge, and the internet never let him forget it. What started as brotherhood ended in public humiliation, another casualty of Floyd's greed. Floyd argues people are jealous because he's wealthy. But the reality is clear. People don't resent Floyd's success. They resent his willingness to exploit anyone and everyone to achieve it. They see through the flash and glamour, recognizing it as nothing more than smoke and mirrors, masking an insecure man desperate to stay relevant. Even Gervonta "Tank" Davis, Floyd's once brightest protege, exposed how Floyd used fighters as stepping stones rather than building them up. Tank revealed that while he filled arenas and drove massive PPV sales, Floyd paid him pennies compared to what he deserved. The fighter who could have been a mentor chose instead to be a jailer.
So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you,
Meanwhile, Floyd's NFT debacles became a masterclass in disaster. From Floyd NFTs to Bored Bunny promotions, Mayweather left a trail of broken promises and abandoned projects, scamming supporters out of millions. Fans who thought they were buying a piece of greatness got left holding worthless digital junk. Joe Rogan summed it up perfectly. Floyd isn't fighting for legacy anymore, he's desperately fighting not to be forgotten. In the end, Floyd Mayweather won't be celebrated as the greatest fighter of his generation. Instead, he'll be remembered as a once great athlete who sacrificed integrity for short-term gains, a fighter who chose schemes over sportsmanship and trickery over talent. His scams have stretched across oceans, with allegations from Saudi princes about unpaid debts piling on top of lawsuits from scammed investors in America. The very people Floyd once inspired now speak of him with disdain. Floyd Mayweather's true legacy isn't measured in championships, but in the countless betrayals and scams that have left his reputation permanently damaged. Today, young fighters aren't looking at Floyd as a role model. They're looking at him as a warning sign, a flashing billboard that says, "Don't sell your soul for a few $1 million." And now, tragically, that legacy lies in tatters.